Alex Pereira's reign as UFC light heavyweight champ and his chance of becoming champ is over. Magomed Ankalaev will finish him October 4th. Saturday night, baby. We're going to see Saturday night. I think Magomed Ankalaev is going to put a stamp on their rematch and on the light heavyweight division by finishing Alex Pereira in their rematch, man. I think this is going to age terribly for Alex Pereira. I think this is a bad rematch. In the first fight, I picked Alex Pereira. And going into that, we didn't know what to expect. But now we kind of know what to expect. We saw 25 minutes of the two of them fighting. And I think Magomed has realized that he could have put a bit more gas, put a bit more pressure to try to finish that fight. I think he will go ahead and do that in this rematch. In today's video, I'm going to talk about this fight and why I believe Magomed Ankalaev is going to finish Alex Pereira, why I think Alex Pereira will move up to heavyweight. Before we go ahead and get into all of that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's just start about talking about their last fight, man. Their last fight. Obviously, it was at UFC 303, or was it 313? What am I saying? 303. Alex also fought Yuri at 313, right? So it's been a long time. Alex Pereira, I think this is his biggest time off in between fights in a very long time. He was very active. He dominated 2024. The fighter of the year in 2024, in my opinion. I think he got that as well, but he was very active in 2024, fought some good competition, but as much as I hate to say it, Alex Pereira's matchups were quite favorable in his direction, in his favor. He had some good matchups, man. Yuri, not very defensively sound, no head movement. As much as I love Yuri, let's go for that. Let's go for that. I bring three men to my room after win. We celebrate win. Yeah, let's go for that. I love Yuri, but no head movement, man. I love Yuri. Like I said, no head movement. His chin is solid. And that's what he relies on. He eats shots. Now he's finally working on the head movement. He's also going to be fighting on that card. But then he also fought Khalil Roundtree. Number 7, number 8 in the world. His best one was Anthony Smith. Which was a close fight up until he knocked him out. It was like a back and forth scrappy fight. That was his best fight, was Anthony Smith. And it took Alex a while to get him out of there. I was very surprised with how well Khalil did. Obviously, Alex did end up getting him out of there, but he had some favorable matchups. Ankalaev is the muting factor to Pereira's game. He has figured out Alex Pereira's game, and he muted it in the last fight. It wasn't the most entertaining fight, but that's because Alex was too scared to throw. You rewatch that fight. People said it was a robbery. It was closer than we thought. Alex Pereira was so hesitant to throw, so hesitant to get inside in the boxing distance and throw down with Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev's boxing is tighter than Alex Pereira. He's got better straight punches than Pereira's looping punches, and he knew the distance management and the boxing defense that he had to hold up to beat Pereira. He didn't get stung by Pereira at any point in that fight, and he never got hurt really badly. I think this rematch, we will either see one of two things. Either we're going to see a Alex Pereira who is more composed, slower, and just doesn't know how to switch his game plan from the last time out, and he's kind of just stuck in that same loop and probably loses a decision, or maybe gets finished later in the fight, or we're going to see an Alex Pereira who is just trying to throw himself at Magomed Ankalaev, try to, extend his combinations, try to extend his punches, try to search for something that's maybe not there, maybe something that's not there, maybe an opening that's not there, and Magomed Ankalaev is going to capitalize on it. Magomed's a very good counter striker. And as much as I hate to say it, I want Alex to win. Everybody wants Alex to win. We don't want Magomed Ankalaev as champ, but I think he's going to stay champ. I think also we're going to have Merab stay as champ, man. I think Ankalaev will do what he needs to do to win this fight. He's going to have more urgency to finish this fight because he saw after rewatching that first fight that he was lacking on pushing forward and finishing the fight and having urgency to finish the fight. He thinks he can get it done early. I think he can get it done early, or he can get it done late. I just believe that Alex Pereira has kind of lost motivation in the light heavyweight division now. He wants this rematch, but he's gotten very emotional. We've seen the videos of them trash talking through Google Translate. It's the funniest thing. They're trash talking through Google fucking Translate. Russian to English to Portuguese, man. Like it was like to Portuguese. It was like the funniest thing. And they're both in Vegas. They were both at Dana White Contender Series last night, like right next to it. Like it's funny. It's very funny. I just think Alex Pereira is getting a bit too emotional. He's getting a bit too personal about it, and it doesn't help his case. It doesn't help him in this fight. 5 rounds. He's now 38 years old. He's already done very well at light heavyweight. I think he should have moved up to heavyweight after losing to Ankalaev. Now, I know a lot of people want to see this rematch. I want to see this rematch, but I want to see this rematch because I think Ankalaev is going to finish him. I think Ankalaev will find that shot. He stunned Alex Pereira. I think it was in the second or third round of their first fight, and he hurt him bad. He just didn't have the time to finish him. And I think this time he's going to catch Alex. Whether Alex be pushing forward and searching for something that's not there, or whether Alex be in the same position he was in the last fight, clinched up against the fence. The clinch work from Magomed Ankalaev, it was boring. It was not fun, but Alex did not know how to deal with it. His takedown defense is amazing. It's so good, but he doesn't know how to deal with the clinching. He doesn't know how to deal with being on the back foot and being walked back rather than being the one marching forward and stomping forward and doing shama, shama, shama. You know, he's walking back. He's marching back. We haven't heard Shama in a while, man, but I don't think we're gonna hear it this Saturday night. I don't think we're gonna hear it on the mic. Shama, I really don't think so. I think Ankalaev's got the tools to finish Alex Pereira. What am I saying? Magomed Ankalaev's got the tools. His boxing is very good. His fundamentals are very good. Not to mention the fact that now he's felt out Alex Pereira's game, and I think he's gonna be less scared, less intimidated to really blitz in and look for a finish and hunt for a finish and really put a stamp on Alex Pereira. You know, because Magomed Ankalaev, after that fight, immediately everybody's like, oh, we need the rematch. We need the rematch. The rematch is going to happen. Nobody was crediting Ankalaev for, oh, he had a good fight. He fought well. You know, he's the champ now. Everybody was thinking, we need Alex Pereira as the champ. We need this rematch. And now this is Ankalaev's chance to be like, fuck that. I'm knocking out Alex Pereira. And he can do that, and I think he will do that. He'll put a big power combination on Alex Pereira. I think he's going to clip him with that right hand that he did in the first fight and follow it up with a combination, maybe a left hand, finish him with ground and pound, maybe flatline TKO him. I don't know. But obviously, Alex Pereira got finished by Adesanya at middleweight, right? And after that, he moved up to light heavyweight. I think he should have done the same thing after losing to Magomed Ankalaev. I think that was the time to move up to heavyweight and see if he can go for that triple belt rather than trying to get this rematch with Ank that could end his career, you know, maybe make some bad injuries or maybe like just leave him in a bad place. So I don't know. I don't like how this is looking for Alex Pereira. The mentality is not there for Pereira. He looks like he just wants revenge. He's getting a lot more emotional. He's going on Twitter, on Instagram. Oh, guys, should I rock the hair or should I switch up the shorts? Should I wear the yellow shorts? Should I keep the hair? Like all these things is just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Magomed Ankalaev does not give a fuck about that stuff. He doesn't care. All he cares about is I fight, no Shama. Like dude shows up to the gym, goes home. Shows up to the gym, goes home. That's what he does. That's what he does. He's the mountain troll, bro. You just can't beat guys like that unless you are as focused as they are. And I just don't think Alex Pereira is as focused as Magomed Ankalaev. I don't think he's as hungry. Magomed's younger. He's faster. He already beat Alex in the first fight, you know, fairly easily. And now he's gonna have the chance to make a statement like Merab did against Sean O'Malley. I think this fight is going to play out like Merab versus Sean O'Malley. That first fight, Merab was the underdog. He was coming in underdog. Same thing, Ankalaev came in as the underdog. Both of them won in decision. Merab rematches Sean. Sean takes a bunch of time off. I'm getting better. I'm training myself. You know, I'm going to come back, you know, cut off everything. He's like, I'm not smoking anymore. I'm not gooning anymore. Doesn't dye his hair. Goes back to the pink shorts. Everybody like, Sean changed. Same thing with Pereira. Oh, I'm going to keep the hair. I'm going to change the shorts, new shorts, all this. Takes a bunch of time off. Immediate rematch, right? What happened? Merab dominated Sean. He dominated him. You know, Sean had a couple moments, but Merab brought him to the ground, choked him out. And I think we're going to see a similar situation where Magomed Ankalaev just doesn't give a fuck. He does what he did in the first fight, and he's less scared of getting countered, that he finds a finish himself, especially if Alex Pereira is marching forward and hunting for something that just isn't there, like a shot that isn't there, you know, extending himself too much and getting counter punched, because Magomed Ankalaev's counter shots and his counter boxing is very, very crisp, very clean. He doesn't get enough credit for his striking, his boxing. I hate to be glazing Ankalaev because I don't want to. I want Pereira to win. Everybody wants Pereira to win. It's just the thing that you want to see, because Pereira versus, you know, Khalil Roundtree 2 or whatever, Yuri 3, okay, maybe not Yuri 3, but versus Carlos Ulberg would be much more fun than Ankalaev versus Ulberg, right? We want to see Pereira's champ. He's a good champion. He's fun. He's entertaining. He's got a good style. But I just think Magomed Ankalaev's style destroys Alex Pereira 10 out of 10 times. The first fight, we didn't know what to expect. Now we know what to expect. The people that are still choosing Pereira, respectfully, You have no idea what you're talking about. Respectfully, even if Pereira pulls off a knockout and does chin him, it was still a pick where it's like it's not logical. It's not logical to pick to pick Alex Pereira in this fight. The age, the inactivity now, the time off, the mentality that he's got going into this. Every single interview, he seems so mad. He's Shama, Shama. Like he seems like he's fully emotionally in a fight. And when guys are emotional in fights, they lose. They lose every time when they're emotional in fights. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work to put your emotion into something that is so physically demanding and so mentally demanding that you're thrown off guard. I think Alex is thrown off guard. He's gonna get caught. He's gonna get slept. I am picking Magomed Ankalaev as my pick for this fight, my pick for this main fight. I think he's gonna finish Alex Pereira in round. I think he's gonna finish him in round 2 or round 3. He's gonna catch him coming in. I think Alex is gonna try to force something after he goes to the bench after round 1 and things just aren't working. It's playing out like the first fight. He's gonna rush in. He's gonna get caught by that big right hand, big check left hook, and finish Alex Pereira. I think Magomed is going to finish Alex Pereira. And I think people are going to be shocked, but at the same time, it's kind of what should happen. In my opinion, I think it is the most expected outcome. I think it's going to play out exactly like how Merab versus Sean played out in the rematch. The same thing. Merab wasn't scared about Sean's power anymore. He wasn't scared about getting finished. He was like, I can do what I want. I'm going to finish this fight. And then he was able to chain it together and really look for a finish, look for a stamp on Sean O'Malley. He did that. I think Ankalaev will do the same thing. Wrestle, clinch up. Alex Pereira's been training his wrestling. He doesn't need to train his wrestling. He's been defending every single takedown. I think Magomed Ankalaev is just going to use the wrestling and the clinching to bait Alex out and then be able to throw shots upstairs, connect on top, and just finish Alex Pereira. I just don't think that Alex Pereira is going to have that urgency that he needs, but stay composed at that same time. And even if he lands a shot, we've seen Magomed Ankalaev's chin is super good. It's super good. And in their first fight, I felt like Alex Pereira wasn't putting his all into his shots, wasn't fully connecting with big shots. He didn't commit to anything. And if he does that now, I think he'll be putting himself at too much risk of getting counterstruck by Magomed Ankalaev, who's got great kicks, great boxing, like I've talked about. The kicks are going to be huge, actually. I think the kicks are going to be massive in this fight. I think he'll go for front kicks, go for head kicks, and you never know. He could catch him like that, but I'm going to pick Magomed Ankalaev to win this fight by KO or TKO in round 2 or round 3 after a frustrating round 1 for Alex Pereira. I think Ankalaev gets it done in the rematch. The durability, the boxing, the knowledge now after the first fight, and just knowing that he can finish this fight is what I am thinking is going to happen. That's what I'm relying on. Let me know who your pick is in the main event down below. But my official pick's Magomed Ankalaev. I got to go Magomed by KO. That is the entire video, boys. If you guys did enjoy the video, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you.